Hey guys, it's Luke Woodick. I tell you what, I got a leaked recording of Frank Beltran, what he tried to do to his employee, David. I want to explain this recording before you watch it. Now, David worked for Frank Beltran in the office for many years in the assessor's office. And he kept coming to Frank Beltran and saying, Frank, you made a mistake on this property. Frank, you made a mistake on this property. Frank, you got another mistake. We can't do this to these people. There's another mistake. He kept pointing out Frank Beltran's mistakes. Well, Frank didn't like hearing that. So Frank moved David to a different department. And he was in a different department where he helped other county assessors' office around the state. But this leaked recording you're going to hear is a girl in another assessor department in the state that she cannot trust Frank. She knows Frank's a liar, so she recorded it. They had several dealings with Frank that he was totally not honest about what he was doing. So she says, if I'm going to do business with Frank, I'm going to record this guy because he's not honest. Well, Frank goes on to slander David, one of his employees, and he tells the employee of the other assessor office, he says, oh, David's been tapping into your system and changing things, and he's doing stuff that he can't do. Well, that was his job, is to help all these other counties out. So then he goes and you'll hear in the recording, Frank Beltran's hemming and hawing and he can't be doing that and he shouldn't be doing that and we're gonna go to the DA and we're gonna push brutal punishment. He's in big trouble, you're gonna hear in there. And I'm working with the DA and I'm having a meeting and he's in deep trouble. This is a man of God. People say that Frank Beltran is high up in the church and he's supposed to be a man of God, when here he's pushing his staff to get prosecuted over something that he's the one that directed him to do this. The moral of the story is Frank tried for firing David and he couldn't get him fired through the county. So then he moved him out of the assessor department because he didn't like being told, you're wrong, Frank, you're wrong. You made a mistake here. You made a mistake on these people's values. He didn't like hearing that. So he moved into another department. And in this recording, you're going to hear is Frank is trying to sabotage David's relationship with other county assessor department. So then that way they request, they don't want David no more. And then he could go through with his firing with the county. So that way the county would then finally fire him because Frank moved him from the assessors out of there because he didn't like to be told he was wrong. And he tried to create mistrust in another assessor's office. So then they would request him that they didn't want to do business with him and he could eliminate his job. Now, when you hear this recording, this is a brave woman that recorded this, that came out and said, here you go, it's not right. This is all a lie, David. This is all a lie, and you need to know that Frank Beltran is lying. And you'll hear in the recording, Frank is hemming and hawing, and he's in deep trouble, and we're taking this to the DA. If you're a man of God, what we got to prosecute somebody for? Why did you just tell them they did something wrong? It's because it was all BS. Frank Beltran needs to be voted out. Guys, when you listen to this recording, listen to how Frank is hemming and hawing and hemming. He's trying to come up with whatever he can to convince this lady that he did something wrong, and she's not buying it. She's like, you're a liar. We've dealt with you several times, and you're always a liar, and we don't trust you, and we are recording you, Frank. Listen to this. Frank's got to get voted out, guys. Spread the word. Get your ballots in. Vote for Angel Lewis right now. Tomorrow is the election day. Get your ballots in. Let's vote out Frank Beltran. He's been in office for 16 years. That's way too long. Your property values are going up, up, up. Your taxes are going up. That's inflation. When values of property keep going on the rise, your cost of goods, your groceries, your fuel, everything is up. Your insurance goes up. Your house payment goes up. It's time to vote Frank Beltran out. Hold him accountable. As he lives in a $500,000 house, his taxes go up $200. Yours went up $300, $400, $800, $900, $1,200. Some people's property tax went up several $1,000s. His taxes barely go up because he's the assessor. It's time to hold Frank Beltran accountable. Vote him out. Listen to this recording. Thank you.
Something that's going on. I'm kind of going after Bertina subpoena for some things that he did, and it included your county. He broke into your system, and he valued some properties without your knowledge. And the only reason I knew about it is because he submitted it. And I'm going to talk to the district attorney's office to get some legal advice right now. And he's kind of been on an admin leave with pay for the last 4 weeks. But it's not right that he can get into your system like that without your knowledge.
Okay.
So I don't know if you'll be contacted by the DA's office doing anything, but I've got the parcels saved that he did do. And
He changed our values?
he didn't change them. What he did was he got 2 parcels, and he got a grade 10, and he ran it in your system as a grade 11, and then seen what it would do. And then another one, he got a grade 11, and he ran it as a grade 10 after we cloned our manual over to you. And he's supposed to stay out of the Assessor Treasurer's systems totally. And when he did it, I don't know. I know it was after we cloned the information over to your system, because within the thing it says we cloned it, and then he ran it to see what it was done. You know, and that's stuff that we don't even do without notifying you or Joe or whoever that we're going to be in your system doing something. And this probably happened within the last 2 months, I would say. Because I can't remember exactly when we cloned it over.
Okay. Well,
And that's where it's at. If I've got some more meetings with the county attorney's office tomorrow morning, and we're kind of pushing for him to get severe punishment. And we're also, if they bring him on, because this is the second time he's done this, we are going to probably push for an outside vendor, which right now we're working with Dan and Vonda and trying to get them going and get a proposal together for us if they keep him, because not only our stuff, but if he's doing that with us and he's doing that with you, what else is he doing?
okay.
Okay?
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Thanks.
Gosh, this isn't right. This is what Frank Beltran does. He couldn't fire David, so he goes and tries to sabotage his relationship with another assessor department. This is a brave lady. She knew Frank Beltran was a liar. That's why she recorded it, because this was so untrue. Now that's why you have that jacked up system, because Frank Beltran, he did not like people coming to him saying, you're wrong, you did that wrong, you assessed that property wrong. And he tried to fire David because David was correcting him. This is what you get when you vote for Frank Beltran. Makes it out to be like, oh, he's in deep trouble. We're gonna prosecute him, he's in deep trouble. And he's working close with the DA to prosecute him. This is Frank Beltran. This is what you get as a leader, guys. I tell you what, it's time to send him out of the courthouse. Let's send him packing. Get your ballots in and vote for Angel Lewis. Thank you.